Hello guys, welcome back to Mocking Ariana Free. I bet you're all sick of me this week, seeing my face. This is the third upload this week. Basically, I have made the entire Next Step building now. I've made the juice bar, I've made the music room, I've made Studio 1. I can't remember the name of the room, but the one that they always rehearsed in season 1 when they were like doing Michelle's routine behind Emily's back. I've also made some toilets and washrooms. I've also made the locker room. Like I've done a lot. So this is our TNS building. This is the exterior. I'm not going to go too much into the exterior because I feel like more than anything we're just going to look at the inside. But this is obviously Studio A. I've changed the one wall in the office because I watched the next step and saw that it was different. And I've also put a trophy cabinet by the door. I do delete one of these trophy cabinets later. Because there is only one. There we go, it's gone now. And I also changed the doors. So like I said, we are going to be building completely new rooms today. I just wanted to give you those little changes that I've made to Studio A. The first one we're going to go for is the juice bar, and I chose to do Hidalgo's purely because it was the one that I rated the highest when I did my ranking the juice bars video, and also it's the most cafe-like in my opinion. It also isn't too extravagant or niche in terms of its decorations, so I wanted to give it a go, and I feel like honestly I did a really good job. You can be the judge of whether I did a good job or not. Leave a comment down below once you've seen it, but yeah, I'm very proud of it. So I started with these yellow doors because that's what they have in the juice bar. There's a chair by the doors, and then you've obviously got those iconic long sofas. There's one in purple and there's one that's darker. The thing that I kind of struggled with was the dimensions for the juice bar because I couldn't work out how much space was actually between each set of sofas and stuff like that, but to be honest I think it all worked out perfectly fine once I did a few editing to the walls and stuff. Because I have this coffee counter that I can use for the juice bar, it means that it can be an actual realistic place. So once we actually start playing, which will be in the next episode, and I'm so excited to do that because I just want to see the characters walking around the next step. There'll actually be someone tending to the bar and being able to serve them and stuff like that. I'm super excited. This wall that I'm making now, this blue wall, is probably my favourite part of Hidalgo's that I've made. I just feel like it looks super realistic, and the picture I was using was this picture of Skylar standing in front of it. So as you can see what I'm doing to this wall, I'm putting some shelves on so that I can put all the little tiny plants on there, and oh, I just love it. I think it's come to life so much. I can't wait to have the dancers like dancing in Studio A, then they're going to go hang out in the locker room, and when they're hungry they'll go down to Hidalgo's and get some food, and oh, I'm so excited. I think the way that I'll probably play it is we'll pick a family to play with, so it'll either be Nick's household, Emily's household, or the household that I've made. No, actually, I'm not using that. So either Nick's household or Emily's household, and we'll just play as them, invite the other family over, so the whole of the age group will be in the studio somewhere, and we're just going to play it out. I think I also might do it as I have to do whatever they wish. So on The Sims, you have these wishes and goals that they want to fulfill, and you can either choose to accept them or decline them. I think I'm going to try and accept every single one and live it out that way, because obviously that's what their character wants. So that'll be fun. I'm also quite conscious of maybe the couples don't become couples. I have put a few of them already in relationships, so I think Kingston and Lily are a couple. Piper, Finn and Amy don't have any relationships between them because I don't know what their current status is. I think actually Finn and Amy are together that I've done. Yeah, I think that's the only couple that's on the team, isn't it? I don't think there's any others. But yeah, I'm excited to see if maybe Finn starts to like Rochelle, or Henry starts to like Piper, you know, something that'll really throw the story off and just be a bit crazy to watch. I added these shelves on Hidalgo's wall as well, just putting all the little knickknacks in. They're really busy shelves that just have pretty random things on, so I tried to make it look as random as possible, and I think it looks cute, to be honest. It looks very homey, very cozy, and I would like to actually go and chill in Hidalgo's. I added the really big window at the back of Hidalgo's that you can see in this picture of James and Riley, and this is the biggest I could get that fit the kind of same vibe that it has, but I'm happy with it overall. I also like that I added these pictures and I added a car painting just like there is on the show, and even though I moved the big long table, I did move it back because it just looked better. And look at this place, it's just I love it. I think it's amazing. I think I've done such a good replica of it, even down to the colour schemes, the books shelves, the random plants everywhere. I love how there is an operable working cafe, like they can buy things, they can chill there. Yeah, I just think it's amazing. I love the blue wall. That's probably my favourite part. This shot here of the table in front of the blue wall with all the plants on, I love it. I think it's amazing. So now that Hidalgo's is done, my next job was to make the music room. And the first time we see the music room is in season 2, and there's a lot more instruments in there, so, you know, hence the name music room. In season 3 it's still there, but there isn't any instruments in it, so I kind of fused the two seasons together in how I made it. What I always found odd about the music room is how, like, in season 2 they did use it a lot for music, and James obviously did his song with a band in there in season 3, but there was more dancing than anything done in there, so I don't know why they just didn't call it like Rehearsal Room or Studio 3 or something like that. I don't know. I feel like it was probably to give hints towards Lost and Found coming, because originally Lost and Found was going to be called The Music Room. That was going to be the name of the show, but yeah, I just think it should have been called Rehearsal Room or something. With the music room, I gave it its iconic blue and pink walls that alternate depending on what wall you're looking at. There's obviously the 2 doors that go into the costume cupboard, and also the way out and the way in. The door that the characters can come in and out of doesn't actually lead anywhere, so they probably won't be using that door. It's only going to be the main door that is operable. I really like the music room. Overall, I'm just really proud of every individual room, but I do really like the music room. I think it looks great. I think it just looks so much like it, and you can really imagine James going in and dancing his Coming Home solo in there. You can imagine the boys' band singing Song for Riley in there. I even added this dance floor, which means that they will specifically dance in that room. And yeah, obviously I had to put the mirrors in there too. Yeah, I'm really proud of it. Oh, and I forgot to say, this bench that's outside, this is from the scene where James and Riley are saying they need to understand each other better and maybe take a walk in each other's shoes, and Ella comes through the doors. I love this little corridor bit with the bench. I think it looks totally realistic, and yeah, I just love the little details that I've put in, really. Even like the plants and stuff, like, yeah. Now I'm making the rehearsal room from season 1. This is the room where Michelle and Alden did their Inside Out duet rehearsal. It's the room where Michelle would teach her new routine to everyone that was coming on board and wanting her to be dance captain. And yeah, I think this room is really, it's a nice room, but it's not like a full-on dance room, and some of the things confuse me because obviously we've got the scene where Emily and Alden kiss on that sofa, but I'm not sure if the sofa's been there all the time because it would be impractical to have a sofa just at the back of the back of the dance studio. So I don't know, but I like it either way. It's a very quirky room, and I feel like the colourfulness of it really suits the season. So I just put some clutter on this wall next to this wardrobe. On the other side I put some plants and this air conditioner, and I try to mimic the curtains that are up on the wall by putting these, what are these called? I can't remember. The word will come to me later. I'll put the word up on screen. Tapestries, yeah. I try to put these tapestries up to kind of imitate the curtains that they have, and you know, I think it did an alright job. I obviously had to put the benches where James struggles with his math on. And I added the sofa that Alden kisses Emily. Overall, I am very, very happy with this room as well. I think it looks great, and because it's upstairs, kind of directly next to where Studio A is, I think the dancers will go in there quite a lot. It's not as out of the way as the music room, which I think will be more niche, and especially now that I've put some instruments in there, I reckon we could get some random people jamming out in there and stuff. My next thing to do was to make Studio 1, which of course is Emily's studio in season 5. I really like the vibe of the studio. It's very pink, very pastel, very clean feeling. It's a lot cleaner looking than Studio A at least. So I tried to get the colour scheme like on par with what it actually is. I tried to make sure that it looked like the kind of more superior studio in a way, and even the entrance door leads from where the juice bar is, and I kind of use the dimensions from Lost and Found for this because the rooms used in Lost and Found turned into Studio 1, and I feel like it's pretty accurate, to be honest, with how they have to round the corner to get there, and there's also the door coming out on the other side by the staircase. So yeah, I feel like it looks great. show you building these, but I've also added toilets upstairs. So you've got your 3 cubicles. I've also got showers in there and some sinks. I've got some urinals for the boys. Then I made the locker room, and initially I was quite hesitant to make the locker room because I was like, I don't have any lockers, so there's no point in making the locker room without the key thing that is needed for them. So I did what you guys said in my very first episode, and they're like, oh, you should look on the SIMS resource. I've always been skeptical of that website because it's known for giving viruses and stuff, but I was like, I gave it a browse, I typed in the word locker and it came up, and I was like, shall I risk it? So I risked it, and my laptop's fine from what I know, and we've got these gorgeous lockers, even though they're not the same as the ones on TNS because they're just single lockers on TNS. The single ones that were available on the SIMS resource had graffiti on them and stuff, so I preferred these obviously because they're block colours. And yeah, so there was nothing stopping me making the locker room now, so I made it. This is one of my favourite rooms as well. I think I just love every single room. As soon as I put the blue wallpaper on and the colour scheme began to match, I just felt like it was totally the locker room. It looked really good, really authentic. So that is it. I have made all the rooms that I am going to make on the next step. So we start off, we've got the locker room. You can see around here we've got the towels hanging up, we've got some clutter on the tables, we've obviously got the lockers, there's places to sit, there's the benches that they sit on sometimes, and we've got even the plants behind them that you can see in some shots. We've got the rehearsal room next to it from Studio 1, from Season 1. We've got the toilets, we've obviously got Studio A and the office. I'm very proud of it. Downstairs we've then got Hidalgo's obviously in the middle, which is the first room you can walk into. We've got Studio 1 next to it, which is Emily's studio in Season 5, and all the way at the back of the studio we've got the music room. You've got this massive walkway as well with the stairs on. I'm not going to customise that too much because it's just stairs, but that's how you get up to Studio A and all the other studios and the toilets and stuff. I'm very happy with it. I might put some toilets downstairs just off camera for obviously the cafe users to use. I reckon that could be this room that I haven't used at the back, at the front. So I'll probably do that just so they don't have to go all the way upstairs. but I'm really happy with this building that I've made. Next episode we will be playing with the Sims, so we'll get them into the building, we'll see what they interact with each other, what they're doing, who's dancing, who's not, who's eating all the food, you know what I mean. I'll leave a poll up here. Let me know what family you would like me to play with. The other characters will be in it, but we won't be able to control them. And yes, I will see you on Wednesday, guys, for a new video. I'll try and upload the live quiz with CBC to my channel so you guys can watch it if you want to. I will see you then. Bye.